Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Come on in. I'm sorry, Thursday. I got my days mixed up again, y'all. This is a pot of seasoned rice. So it's just regular rice. I'm cooking. I add all my seasonings to it. I added some onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of Lipton onion soup mix. This is exactly about 2 1/4 cups of rice. And of course, you cook it according to the packaging. Just add all those seasons in it. Because the reason I'm making it seasoned is because I'm doing some General Tso's chicken to go over, chicken nuggets to go over it. So this is how I'm gonna make my General Tso's today. I'm using some chicken nuggets. I'm gonna heat them up in the oven, and I got this General Tso's sauce. This is good. The same, okay? That's a good sauce there. So I'm getting this rice ready. 15 minutes on the rice. I think 12 minutes to heat up my nuggets, and I'm gonna put that sauce over it. And that's what we're gonna eat for today, really. It's another one of those days where I can't be on my feet a lot, so another quick meal. I got some leftover green beans, and we're gonna make a meal out of this without having to do all the long drawn out cooking. I did a big old meal one day this week, so that's all the juice I got for the week, but I got that one up, of course, for y'all to see. So anywho, hope y'all having a God-blessed Thursday. The weather is beautiful again. The sun is out, and I'm excited about that, because I tell you what, on those dreary days, my bones respond to the damp, cold weather. You know, if you got arthritis or any kind of ailments, it responds. So now I'm getting ready to put the lid on this rice and let it steam. And when it gets done, all that goodie will be cooked into the rice, and we'll be ready to put it in the bowl and chow down. Okay, so y'all don't go nowhere. I will be right back, y'all. Of course, you know we continue to pray without ceasing for all the things that are continually going on. The weather is still raging. It started this morning, but then it calmed down. So we got sunny skies again, so we're just looking forward to the rest of this week being sunny, and hopefully the weekend it's supposed to clear up. But we don't question, we just thank God that we got up this morning to see whatever is going on. So I do pray that you will continue to pray without ceasing for all things, our government especially. We just have to be mindful of what we're doing, what's going on around us, y'all. Okay, as I was saying, y'all, the beautiful weather is back. My ferns are looking good. The sun is back out today. We've had the rain and everything to come through and pour its milk and honey on this grass. I'm not cutting my grass probably till this weekend, but we've had the milk and honey to come out and do what it do. So we're excited about that. And now we got the sunshine back out again, kissing it. Already the milk's come down. Now the honey is kissing everything. So I got my plants over here in the shade. They're not supposed to be in the sun a lot, so I got them over here. Oh, let me show y'all my little flower planter that I made. This plant here was a poinsettia. See, it was a holiday poinsettia. And so what I did, all the greenery that was in here, that was in already. And that was from back in December. And it had a poinsettia. And so I thought, what a pretty plant. Because it stayed green. I took and put it outside when I got warm. And all the greenery started to come back. So then I started putting some of this wandering Jew in there. Now, you know wandering Jew wanders all over the place. Tansy bought this big old pot, and I showed it to y'all earlier and hung it. Hey, how you doing? Hold on, let me pause this a minute. Okay, no matter where I go, seems like I always see somebody. I was out there videoing, so I came in. My neighbor's cutting grass now, so you couldn't hear me anyway. So anywho, that young man was a young man I encountered probably 15 years ago when I was out and about and had a business downtown. I kind of mentored him a little bit. And just, you know how you lose track of people over time. But anyway, he repairs my neighbor's computer. That's what he was doing for me, was doing repair work on my computers when I had a nonprofit downtown. And who knew that he knew her? My neighbor, you know, we've been neighbors for going on, well, 38 years to be exact. But isn't it amazing how You meet people. That's why it's important. So now I got me a soapbox. That's why it's so important when you meet people to treat them right. So over time, they don't forget that kindness, and they will always let you know how much they appreciate you. Now, I was out there video doing my little thing, and I heard somebody saying, Miss Peggy, Miss Peggy. And I thought, okay. So I turned around and looked, and lo and behold, it was that young man that I kind of took under my wing, talked to him a little bit. But that makes me feel so good. I like the work that I do for God's people to precede me, and that's what I want to be noted for. People say, well, what would you like me for people to say, yeah, Miss Peggy be talking, but she'll give you a few nuggets that you won't soon forget and that you can carry throughout life. So just be mindful when you meet people. That's sort of in the vein of one of the topics I want to start a little roundtable talk about. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. And we were talking the other day about that for family members, when people pass away, and sometimes we don't always do what we're supposed to do. And you can't do that once a person passes away and they're gone. That's it. You can't go back and do that work over. Now that work you cannot do over. You have to do it while people are living and breathing. And I try as much as I can to do that. And if I encounter somebody that I'm having a little bit of grit in my throat or a little bit of issue with, I try to stay clear of that and go ahead and pray about it so I can eventually make it right. And I can say, I'm telling you, I cannot think of anybody right now in my 76 years that I've ever had, and I can't even think of that many people that I've had an issue with. And if you have a little thing where somebody might get piffed because you didn't do this or do that, you didn't agree to do something, trivial stuff as far as I'm concerned, small stuff. But any big stuff, I thank God I've not had to overcome any of that in my 76 years. So I admonish people, make good memories, especially with your family. So when those family members are gone, you got pictures, you got good memories. We went on this vacation or that vacation. We hung out here, we did this, we did that. We blessed each other, we helped each other. And by the same token, not saying that you got to let people do it and everything and you got to be bending over and doing cartwheels. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be kind to people. Be accommodating where you can. The Word of God said be good as often, or do good as often as possible. And that's what I try to live by. And again, if you get a little rough now, I know how to exit stage left. So we have to keep that in mind as well. But I was just really so excited to see that young man. I'm telling you the truth. Because like I said, he's still just as humble as he ever was when I first met him. And maybe 15, might even be longer than that. But I love to see young adults make it and keep on. So that does my heart good, because I remember when he started his computer business, he's still going strong with it because he lives in Raleigh, and he's humble enough, he comes all the way back down an hour away to service my neighbor's computers. So God will bless him on that. And so I was just glad I was able to say, God bless you, love you, glad to see you. And even more than that, that he called out to me to make himself known, to say hello to me. So anywho, because what I was getting ready to talk to you about just before that encounter, I was on my phone and it popped up in one of my feeds that Jamal Roberts, the young man that won American Idol, that singing young man, that boy can sing. I'm here to tell you. I knew when I first saw, I thought, now there was one person maybe two that I knew would give him a little run for his money. But as he progressed, I thought, oh honey, forget that. That child's gonna win that, because it was for him to win. That was set. God set him up to win that, and he is so. Oh God, he is so faithful. He's just so intuitive for a young man. He knows which direction he wants to go in, and the direction that he's taking, it is blessing him. It's paying off. I understand that he gave away that big amount of money that he won to, I think, help rebuild a gym or something. He's got that kind of heart. He got that giving servant's heart. thing going on in his life. So I'm here to tell you, there is something to being kind and humble and doing right by people. There is something about that that's true, and it will bless you along the way. And then I read this morning where he refused to receive a job, I guess, doing a song or something like that for Tesla. Um, he turned that down. So good for you, young man. If you have some, we know what's going on with that and all that kind of stuff. And I don't wish nobody ill about nothing, no matter what they're doing, because I'm not that judge and jury. God is God takes care of all that negative stuff. So, but he turned that down, and that's what drew me to him this morning. So, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. I need to get back here in this kitchen. I don't want to get off track. See this, isn't this a beautiful picture? I think I've shown it to you before. One of my young ladies that I've been in her life for the last 25 years plus probably. This child basically taught herself how to draw or do artwork. I say draw because y'all know I'm not an artist. But she wants to do hopefully she's going to still do like a little art debut with her art. So I invited her. I'll do it right here at the house. But she gave me this piece for my birthday. So isn't that pretty? If you want some color. And I need some color. So I got to figure out where I'm going to hang this to make it make sense, y'all. So anywho, I'm going to get back in the kitchen. And as you saw, the weather outside is beautiful. And we're looking forward to more beautiful days this week. So we're going to get back on the stove and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, there's my plate. I got my leftovers, I got my salad, and I've got that General Tso's chicken on the plate. That's some leftover chicken from Vidalia chicken. So I just decided I wanted a smorgasbord plate. So anywho, thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for your prayers, your well wishes, your comments, and your compliments. And please continue to pray without ceasing, y'all, to the glory of God for all things. So until I decide to come in here and fix something else again, love you. Toodles. Pray without ceasing, y'all. And go in your fridge and see what you can dig out of there. See what all I got out the fridge? Leftovers. They always come through. But that General Tso's chicken, it is banging. That sauce is great. And of course, I got that fresh jasmine rice under there and a nice cool salad to top it off. And my leftover green beans. So, toodles. Love ya.